Okay, number 4, Verizon Wireless Cell Tower Lease Agreement.
Okay, I received this agreement, as you know, Verizon's interested in the cell tower there on Cemetery Road. I forwarded that to Carol Ann for her review, there was a section of it that she was not happy with. So I forwarded the email that she sent to me to the folks at Verizon, he sent it to his legal people. I have not received anything back from them, and he told me that they wanted to talk to her about this certain section of it. But at the end of the day, I don't have anything to tell you about right now, because I don't have anything. So maybe by next week I will, but right now I don't.
Let's not put it on till we have information. Please don't make it. Number 5, discussion of scrap metal at old fairgrounds, obtained the fairground property from the county.
I'm gonna let Kevin talk about that.
Of course, we've got more scrap over there with us cleaning it up that we need to haul out, get rid of. But we would like to keep the property instead of, because they're gonna kind of sell it or do whatever, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it, but we would like to keep it, to use it, to put some of our equipment on, instead of having everything piled in right over there at the shop where we ain't got a whole lot of room.
So we would like to contact Mr. Vincent and just let him know that we are in, because he asked me if we would be interested in it, and at the time I told him I didn't think so, but then I drove by one day and looked at it, and I thought, well, that might be a good place to be able to store some of our pipe and whatever we have, that we need to make some of our vehicles that we don't use all the time, or just whatever they could use that for. So we want to get your, opinion on that, and we want us to go ahead and contact Mr. Vincent, and Mr. Mary talked to Mr. Vincent all the time.
He brought it up to my attention.
He did, okay.
Well, they want the Bilkis for though.
Well, but nothing's been discussed as far as money or anything like that.
They won't give it to us, I'm all for it. I don't,
And you know what, they might do that.
Doubt it.
That's not. It's a good thing. It's a deal that we've talked, me and him has talked, about this piece of property. I have got some plans for part of that property already. But it has nothing to do with Down Springs. But, he and I
The
have,
city's gonna buy it?
no, I ain't buying it.
No, I said the city's gonna buy it, and then you've got plans
No,
for
no,
part of it.
no.
Okay.
Ain't nobody buying anything, just to clear the water so anybody ain't gonna run out here and start a rumor again.
Well, I
We,
ain't starting no rumors.
no, you don't have to, somebody else will, trust me. The county is taking care of some property, unused properties that they didn't know they actually owned. But they are, and, they are very negotiable. I have been working with them, and it's a feasible thing. I was asked, did I think the city could utilize the piece of property? And I just told him right, present moment, I don't really know. Depends on how many hooks I have to deal with them. We work pretty closely together with it, so I will talk to him. As of right now, he has had surgery Monday, so he's out of commission for a little while.
You know, the school board gave the county the senior center, gave it to them. So I hate to think, and like you say, there's no sale, but I hate to think they're giving something free and then the city has to pay them for something, but which they're not doing, you said, but.
The way that rolls is talking about funding between counties and cities. They trade off properties from time to time, but as far as any cost, we ain't looking at it. Yes, the school board abandoned the Senior Lighthouse. Can't discuss the reason why, but they did, they give it to the county. County's been working on several blank pieces of property that they have. A lot of John Q. Public was using that parking lot over there, just to park
Right.
in, leave the equipment in. I started a range order. I had, individuals stuff impounded. Because we parked on county property. We give them 30 days notice. We're gonna maintain the property, there's no John Q. Public using it for a parking lot, if you got a private construction company, you need to have a private lot to put your construction equipment on. This guy was leaving his dump truck, his backhoe, and his trailer, he'd been talked to, so I was just in the right frame of mind when, one of the neighbors called me and said, Mr. Locke, I can't get my boat turned around because of that dump truck. I said, give me about 20 minutes, you're gonna have to worry about it. So, he went to the county commission on it, but it was one of them deals where they had to do it. But, that's something if we're interested in, I'll talk to Mr. Vince about it, see what we can do.
We still got quite a bit of pipe in there that we're gonna have to move before the shop. Then it's gonna be out in the open. Right now, it's in part of the building, so.
How much property is over there for that particular thing we're talking about?
2.5 acres.
At least 2.5. Put it on the agenda.
What about the scrap metal? Is that what you want? Both things were on the agenda? The
Yeah.
scrap metal, okay.
I thought we done discussed about this, right?
Well, that was different. I mean, this is just more stuff that we're finding and we're cleaning up. That was gonna haul
Can you sell it?
out. I mean, you won't get no more trying to sell it on gov deals than you would probably less. Because somebody else that buys it wants to make a little money. So they're not gonna give you nothing for it, they're gonna take it up there and make whatever they can make off of it.
Is that what you're talking about, doing, just taking it to the scrap dealer? Okay.
Okay, number 6, discussion on 2026 BFAO fishing tournament, October 22nd, 26th, 2026.
This is the, fishing tournament that Alex talked to y'all about when we had a special call meeting a week or two ago. So we put this on the agenda for a vote.
Yes.
It is, like you said, October 22nd to the 26th of 2026.
May I ask a question? This was discussed at the special call meeting. What are the rules for a special call meeting? I thought you only could talk about what you called the meeting for.
She just came here to give them some.
She
give them
come
the
to give us
information.
information.
That's all. There was no discussion, there was no vote, she just brought the information to you.
Much money they want.
And that money pay for these fishing tournaments.
I know.
The easy guilty conscience is paid by hotel motel tax.
I know.
It's tourist. And I have looked at every reasonable way to use hotel and motel tax money for other things.
I just wanna know how much they was wanting.
It's a split between Spring City and, the county. I think it's, 6,000.
12.5. 13.6. 13.6?
Our part.
Your part is 13.6.
Our parks are-
So did I
This
hear,
ain't the school, but
Jesus.
did I hear her say, though, she said that, like, so that's split, county and city. So county pays half, city pays half, but she said if the city didn't pay, that she had enough money in her budget to accommodate that, is what she said. So in that case, what happens?
In that case, what happens?
Uh-huh.
It costs us the county's tourism department.
Okay,
I don't want to make no wars with any.
no, I just, that just didn't make sense. It's like, well, if y'all can't do it, we're gonna do it anyway.
Well, they want to have it, but we've gotta be in agreements with them for them to actually use our facility.
Okay,
And you know, we've done this, and when I first got in, you can, like I said, you try it, but are we gonna make 13.6 back?
no,
That's my main concern with that, and I hate it, but that's where I'm at with it. I thought when we first got in, I was opposed to it, we tried it once. I don't know what we made on it, but it's a lot of money if you ain't recouping none of it.
And just to let you know, in the past, talking with, when Dayton and Ray County went wide open for fishing permits, one of the commissioners sat down and talked with me, and it took them almost 4 years to get back from the first go-round. What happens with all this funding and stuff, as far as money, it goes through a whole lot of channels. And if you think Nashville, Tennessee don't get their cut before you get yours, you sadly mistake.
I've heard that too.
You send, and from what I was told from county part, you send all your money to them, they give you back what you're supposed to have. Or in short, trying to make you back what they want you.
yeah, and I think basically, I mean, what we venture to gain is maybe a few that will stay here, but your VFL is, a lot of it's local, so they're gonna drive home every night. The only thing that you might get is maybe a little food, maybe a little gas, very little lodging.
You could hope that they wanna come back if they don't live here.
Exactly.
And recoup your money in
Exactly.
tourism later on.
Yeah.
But, and here's the reality of what we're facing too. We're fixing to get slammed. If they ever start up at Rockwood, we're had, because whoever done that up there, it's nice, I reckon. I don't know,
It's very nice.
I don't drive out through there because I'm not a lake person, I don't care nothing about it, but, yeah,
They
they're
done,
gonna-
they done
They
the
got
right
mad
thing.
when we got the big one, and then they went to work.
Put it on. Number 7 is the, resolution 2025-07 to participate in the Safety Partners, EE Partners Grant.
What this is a grant that our insurance company has, the Safety Partners Grant. We've applied for them before in the past. It's a matching grant. I believe this one is up to $2,500. We have, recently spent money on safety boots. So what I have plans on doing with this, if y'all are okay with this, is sending in, if we are, sending in the receipts that we spent on safety boots so we can get.
Compensation for what we pay for employees, which I agree.
Brenda, I noticed one thing, one thing on here, be it resolved by the council, should that be changed to commission of the town of Spring City? It's about down here.
The bold print there.
Just in bold print.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, yeah, I can change that.
Okay, because I mean, I know a lot of cities have council, that's probably why that's out there.
Put on the agenda.
Yes, ma'am. Number 8, dirt work at Sandtown city-owned property.
Union GLE. So, we have the property over in Sandtown. When, what materials was done there, I forget.
That was the debris from when they done the sewer line replacement by the pump station, the lift station on Park Street.
There is all kinds of, dump truck loads of
Dirt, rock,
dirt, rock,
concrete,
yes.
Asphalt,
asphalt, whole 9 yards.
plate pipe.
So Kenya came and talked to me and talked to Kevin about it, that they would like to get this all taken care of, those down and make it look, well, right now you can't even maintain it, you can't go in there and mow, you can't do anything because there's just so much of this debris. If you look at your pictures, the aerial view shot is what really shows it the best of what it's like over there. you know, we have applied for the Cumberland Trails grants. There's 3 different grants. I'm pretty sure we have been awarded 1. From my understanding, is if we go over there and do any improvements to that park, well, let me back up. The value of that property is $145,400. The match to one of these grants is $500,000. So if we go over there and we do any kind of dirt work or anything like that, and I just found this out since I put this on the agenda, then we cannot use that property as in-kind towards the match. So that's, in other words, we can't use $145,000 if we go over there and we do this dirt work. This is what I've been told. The mayor and I have a meeting with the gentleman with TDEC in regards to one of the grants in about 3 weeks. So I think what we should do is table this for right now, let the mayor and I have this meeting, and let's find out from him if we are truly going to be able to use this property as in-kind match towards that grant. And if he says, yes, you can, you can't do any improvements to it, then we'll just forget about it. Or if he says, no, you can't, then we can move forward. There is money in the budget to remove all of that.
So we could potentially use the cleanup as in time. Is that what you're saying?
No,
No,
you
use
need
the
the
property
the
after
value
we
of the
clean it up.
property, the value of the property. But if you go over there and do any kind of improvements to that property, as in moving all of this dirt, then we would not be able to use that $145,000 towards the match.
That's strange.
Well,
So basically, if we wait on it, then we can use it and do improvements later and it'll cover.
I said it may not be that way if you don't remove it from the property.
well, and that's what I'm saying. We need to have a meeting with, this gentleman and we can ask that question.
Do you have any idea who dumped that stuff over there?
The city did,
The contract.
the
The
contractor.
contractors, so
But
why
we
don't you
allowed
go
it.
back on them and make them clean it up?
It was in the agreement.
That they could dump over there.
It's our stuff.
It's our
That's
stuff, it's
usually
our
how that
territory.
goes.
It had to go
Or they charge you to haul it off, and then that's
Yeah.
even
They
worse.
charge you out. But one of the things you can do is looking at that, just take a dozer and go around and flatten it out, okay?
Yeah.
It's solid fill. If you go in there and start taking it out, you're going in the wrong direction.
She's
Bottom line.
talking about using it as fill, like
We
making
want
it.
to just level it out and make it look smooth and flat.
And just cover up all the debris that they've left.
Yeah, it'll all get mashed in the ground. It'll
It's
be,
not debris, it's dirt, it's rock, it's.
Field dirt.
Field dirt and that kind, where they had to dig up the ground to lay the pipe for the sewer project, sewer project.
and,
I actually got, but it's been 2 years ago, when we discussed all of it, and 5,500 was the cheapest then, so to come in and level all that out there.
What would we do with it? Are we talking about if we did it with the Cumberland Trail Conference? Okay, if we level it out, what's our future plans for that stuff, that area? Is it just gonna be for dumping station, or are we gonna use it as part of
no, that
the
ain't, that's the property that I keep trying to beat through his head. We need to turn it into a
campground?
summertime RV, not a campground. No, we ain't getting no campground. Summertime RV park.
Okay,
14-day stay and get the heck out of town. Leave your money and run.
okay, that's what I thought we.
That's what I
discussed
want.
and stuff.
We're not making no money with setting property idle. We can get through these hurdles with these, different folks. We've got properties that we can possibly utilize to benefit the city. Okay? And, Jenny and I had talked, and, I did check on what we talked about.
Okay, that's what I thought we were discussing way back when.
Not gonna make no money, no trail crossing.
Is this the side?
Our men, you be dead buried pushing up daisies before that trail ever comes to it. Unless we got the nursing home peeping out the window looking at it.
Is there
I live along
electricity and sewer out there, nothing?
No, we're not going down the rabbit hole with no sewer.
No, that's what I just asked, but a camper, so it'd be self-sufficient
That's why I say
campers.
14 days,
Okay,
tank's full, you gotta go somewhere to dump it.
okay.
Pay me my money and see you in 48 hours possibility.
Is that property where we've been burning brush?
It is.
Yeah.
It's actually right, if you're standing on the road, it's behind where we dump, or burn brush, and to the right is where they dump their debris.
I'm looking at it being leveled up for two things. Number one, it's gonna help a little bit on the flood. Okay? That's been my hiccup about it down through there, is to do something with it. That way, the water runs over it instead of pushing and going all over creation to get around it. There's some trails that the water went down through there, you drop a truck in, one side did not come back out, where it's eroded, but,
Can I add another caveat to that?
yes, ma'am.
So, we have the property that's by the boat, boat ramp across the road that has all the sediment and debris that was when they dredged. So we need to clean that up too, because Dana is needing to find another place to put sludge. We're looking at that possibly, and it has been approved.
That was already approved. We could sludge over there, when they move all that stuff over there, above ground, start picking it up.
It's gonna have to be redosed and leveled up too.
Well, that's what we're wanting to ask you, if we can, put that on the agenda for a vote. So we can take care of that.
We don't wanna haul it out. All we, from what I talked to her about, was actually making a berm with it next to the creek, so that, just please people, if it rains on that sludge, it's not gonna run off into the creek right there. Just berm up around the woods, just make it a lot.
Okay.
Do you want to put that one on the agenda and hold off on the other one, so you
Yeah,
can have
put
that
that on the agenda and hold off on the other. And I have to go back up.
Yeah, there's some big concrete from that slow ground, but you can't do anything with it. So you have to have something big.
We can get some.
City manager, how many years she been here before she got?
Okay. Number 9, discussion on the multiple model grant assessment due to contractor.
Okay, this is the grant that we received only 18 months or so ago. It's to rework our sidewalks and the crossings on 27. As we know, as we sit and we wait around for something to happen, the prices go up. So, with that being said, if you go to the very last page in your packet, you'll see where I have figured out what the difference is gonna be. The original grant portion was 5%, back when we originally got the grant, it was $38,666. Now it's going up to $50,694. So, here's what we can do. If we don't want to spend the $50,694 and go back to the $38,000, then they can adjust, well, this way I understand it, they can adjust some of the, things we're going to do and cut out some of the projects. Or if you want full-fledged project to be done, then we'll have to come up with it.
This is, I haven't really, I'm not really familiar with what this is. It's going from Kimmer Road to,
Sidewalks.
so how would it
Kimmer
go
to
down
Kent.
East Street? No, where-
Mary.
from Kimmer Road to Murray Avenue.
But that's written.
Yeah, but where would it, from Kimmer? I'm confused.
Sidewalk.
Yeah,
runs along the highway.
It's already there, they're
One's already
gonna tear it out and replace it.
It's got, they gonna have to come in and replace them, because what has happened over time is,
Don't
the
just pull it up.
expansion and all, they done a not so good job. They didn't leave enough space between the concrete floors, expansion joints. So what it's done is buckled. In a lot of places, if you go down the, on, especially where they've done the sidewalk, it's real bad, and they got most of it done. It buckles it up. You have to,
Well, that's what confused me, because I thought, there's a sidewalk there already, so, yeah.
Funds are saying state road 29.
How does the city have to do that, why not the state?
27 is 29.
It's State Road 29, Highway 27, State Road 29, Faust or something, highway.
State contractor.
in other words, we end up paying almost $50,000.
Cut some of it down.
Cut a whole lot of it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I mean, why is there sidewalks needed right there anyway? Get rid of them.
Safety probably.
That's a state requirement.
Well, then make it easy.
Well, the ones that put them in, they would be the ones to keep them
Yeah.
up, but good luck with that.
Don't work that way.
No, I know that.
What are the conditions for the requirement? Why is that required? Is it,
The sidewalk,
Somebody up there nice one, the concrete company or a buddy did,
Amen.
never getting a kickback. We're gonna put sidewalks in going down the highway.
it is, in essence, a state requirement for them to have sidewalks. Because you have businesses on that side of the road that's accessible. And you don't have a bicycle route, per se, that comes through town. See, if you go out past, you get to the junction, the bicycle route technically, and this is told to me by state, is that turn lane that goes all the way down through there. I said, you know how many people on their phone go to sleep and gets over in that middle lane and drives and sometimes pass you right there? I said, there ain't no way I ride a bicycle up and down through there knowing that
that's nuts.
somebody's gonna try to pass. And I've seen them pass on in the turn lane going in and out of town,
Yeah.
just to get by somebody, so. That's basically what that is. So what did you say? We need to cut it down to get, stay with where we was at?
So what did you say we could do to cut it down?
I don't know what it is yet. I would just need to go back to them and let them know.
See what the other options are.
Yeah, see what they're on.
I say we figure out what we could do to cut the price down, because honestly, I don't think we want to do it anyway, but we have to.
Well, and part of the thing in here under the description, it includes the ADA compliance, so to make it for people that are in wheelchair and walker, whatever, to be able to get from one, instead of having the curves that you have in ramps. And if I remember correctly, on some other grants that we've had, that you have to make everything ADA compliant in order to get the grant. Is that not correct?
If you've been to Crossville lately, you drove through there, I do believe.
So is that what they was doing?
They're doing a bunch of.
Yeah, they working on theirs.
They look great. They look awesome.
They do. They've done them in Dayton.
But I mean, that would make it easier for people that are challenged, so they can get from point A to point B without going up and down the big
People are
curves.
gonna be rolling a wheelchair down the side of the highway. I mean, I know that's what it's saying, but I just don't see that.
You got
You not right through town and see all these wheelchairs running around?
you got people that jog, and, they hit me up with, making sure the sidewalk from Kimber Road all the way to, Vice Kevin's. It's mowed, cause they jog down through there, and I don't know if you hadn't noticed, of course, meeting took place yesterday. They did come through and mow.
Okay.
Try to clean that up. I'm going on a fishing expedition to see about it. What you got? Pay us for the money.
They went down New Lake Road a couple days ago.
It's true. Especially on 27.
And have cut a tree down.
It's going on 27.
You can't seem to pull out of Kimmer on the
Yeah,
27th.
it comes and goes like that.
I think somebody said they were gonna go down and do it themselves.
There's a tour took place yesterday.
Yeah.
With some nice people.
Y'all just spray it.
They come through and done a look, and there's been enough, information fed back to Nashville. Some people just took it dead serious, and I say you need to call your state senator, your state representative. One or two or three or four, or half a dozen people don't get their attention. Several people gets their undivided attention. So yesterday, met with Mr. Travis and a couple of others. You gotta be kind of discreet, you know, when they always look at you and say, if you need me, holler at me. Well, you wait till you catch them in the crowd, and that's when you really need them, and you holler and say, you know, you told me if I need you, holler at you. You ain't answered my question yet. So, they are looking at Highway 27 from the junction north. I made a statement that I had to go have my implants realigned after driving 30 days up and down 27. If I ready to loosen, I want to know who sent that bill to for a realignment on my teeth. Ron Travis, and he said, you kidding me? I said, man.
Did you say they are gonna pipe it or not?
They're looking at paving. Somebody sent them pictures of green grass going in the middle of the road.
It's like washboard.
Well, people, you gotta get serious about it and not call and talk about it. Send them pictures of it, let them see it. And you get enough pictures sent, you'll get the undivided attention.
It's like coming in here. More people that show up, the better off it is.
Well, back to cleaning off the right of ways. If you're coming up Hitch Street, heading south, when you get to Kimmer Road, it is dangerous to pull out there. Somebody has kind of chopped off some on the corner there on the left, but it's still up higher, it blocks it on up. I pulled out in front of someone the other day, and I was being as careful as I could looking to see if anyone was coming.
They done a halfway patch job of knocking some of that down.
Until they got to the corner,
And,
and they left it.
Well, could they not contact the owner? Isn't it the owner's responsibility to keep that mowed?
yeah,
Just like I had to keep that limb 14 and a half feet up?
that's one of them ordeals that sort of working with.
Ever seen my mother, 96-year-old, out there cutting them trees out of the ditch?
But,
Cause you can do a tax card, find out who owns and call them and tell them to do it, or they get fined.
or do like another municipality, just go ahead and take care of the farm and send them a bill, see them in court.
There's a tree on the highway that blocks what's coming up the highway. I know we have a traffic light there. But you can turn right on red if there's nothing coming, but you can't see if anything's coming or not. And it's one of the city trees. It's about the second one, I think,
How about one in the ditch line out here?
on this 27,
Yeah, one in the line out there.
you know. It needs to be cut back. It can be trimmed. Doesn't have to be cut down.
Can't slap a tree on that tree, how much?
Um,
That's a big tree. There's some people love them trees, I said something about cutting about half of them down one day, make somebody.
They don't have to be cut down. They can just, the limbs, a couple of limbs be cut back.
Need to trim back, okay. Number 10, discussion of request from the Tourism and Events Board to add Stephanie Moats as a new member.
I have a question. You
got 8 tables already, including you and Jody and 6 other people. Who requested for Miss Moats to be put on it?
The tourism board.
Why? We got rid of her, let her stay in Nashville or wherever she's at.
She's-
Do we need 9 people on it, or is somebody?
It's part of our,
They got, it's 11, it's open to 11 people. 11 people
According to
can
the
be on
bylaws.
that.
So she still has her finger in the city's business.
Well, let me correct this. We did not get rid of her. She resigned.
I know she resigned.
And she took another position. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't live in Spring City and doesn't have a right to participate.
What did she do for tourism while she was in office?
Well, I'm not involved with tourism, so I don't really know.
actually, at our meetings, when
Move on.
she's been there, anytime anybody had any questions because of her background, and all the stuff she was doing with the city, she was able to give us a lot of information that we needed to be able to conduct our activities. Do you have any other comments on it?
I wasn't at the meeting, I was on a mission trip, so I don't know who voted and who voted in, so, or like how the board voted. Do you have the, I don't have the minutes.
I don't
to
have the
review.
minutes with me.
I wasn't at that meeting.
But you know, that was a discussion that she's helped us with a lot of different things with our activities.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that nobody else, none of the rest of us, because that was her full-time job. She knew stuff that I know I didn't know, and the other people didn't know.
And I think Stephanie does know a lot about tourism. She's very interested in tourism.
No, our motel's full.
You want me to tell you something about tourism? You want me to give it to you? If you go down there and clean the Piney Creek off, you get all the tourism you want. You don't put no skin in the game, you ain't get it. Folks, there's 2 county parks that since we cleaned up the shoreline, they get more business than downtown Dayton does. Because we cut the bushes off the creek so people can go sit, eat, drink coffee, and fish.
And
Take
how
their
many,
grandkids.
how many parks does the city own? Like 6?
Which city?
Spring City.
No, we own 2.
No. You got Holloway, and nothing's ever been done with it.
That had specifications on it.
But that's not, she looked that up, they didn't have enough, that's what everybody thought. You can use that for whatever you want to. When I first got in, my great aunt asked me why we hadn't done anything. I said, well, they're telling me they got specifications on it, you only use it for soccer or this or that. Oh, no, we told them they'd do whatever they wanted to with it, so.
Was that
In other words, in short, the city tried to give it to the soccer people, so the city didn't have to be responsible.
That's right, and Stephanie said.
That was before
Well,
I started.
actually, the soccer people came and wanted to play.
They wanted the place to have soccer
They wanted us
fields
to
and,
build it.
and they wanted us to build it, so the city says, we'll give you that over there and you build it, because I was in AYSO and it's gonna cost us about $50,000. And then, in essence, to use it as a park, it has to have a road that comes out down behind the football field, because the state of Tennessee says there's no way we can come up the ramp fire and pull out onto the highway and be safe.
Well, you can't go behind the building at the little lake field, because there's a creek back there.
No, you can't.
There's a road back
There's
there.
a road back there. Yeah, they put a tile in back there many years ago.
And the little lake football field.
Yeah,
You're
back
forgetting
behind-
bathrooms.
So what?
You're forgetting bathrooms.
Yeah, they have bathrooms, that's what another.
Soccer.
Had to have bathrooms
There
and,
used to be an underpass there.
It's
Well,
there,
it's
it's
there.
there, see it, it's grown up, I talked to Kevin about that earlier. He's been trying to get them to clean that whole bank off all the way down through there, because a couple of years ago, I had somebody parking back there, and I wouldn't have known it, except the county officer come over and said, hey, somebody camping over there, but, so I drove up the road where you couldn't see them, but you could see them coming back into town, so. But we could never clean the bank off, that's, That's something else, we need to get through this.
Okay,
Can we go back to Tiana real quick?
yes,
So Stephanie does have the connections to help with these grants and things that we would be able to use because we are a 501c3. I don't know if that will go into your.
She's gonna get voted in, everybody there's only one that'll vote against her up here, and we all know that. Everybody knows how I feel about her,
Yeah.
but everybody else gonna vote her in, so you don't have to lobby for her, man. I ain't been a butt, I'm just telling you.
Well, if you're willing to be a volunteer at no pay whatsoever, then I say the city needs to use any expertise that you have. that you're
Don't you think
willing-
she got enough pay when she was the city manager?
Well,
I do.
that's not the issue.
Yeah.
Right now, what we're talking about is a volunteer position.
we'll go ahead and put it on there.
And can we back up to number 8? Did you tell me to put that for the multimodal, put that on the agenda? I didn't write it down if you did.
Yes, ma'am. No, we're not talking about taking care of the Sandtown project yet. We swapped that Sandtown project for over at, other side of Piney, shooting range, flood zone, where they moved all our debris from boat ramp over across the road.
Okay, so we're going to vote on that.
Yes.
Shooting range behind
Mm-hmm. They won't let me use it though.
Is the shooting range only for replacement?
Yes, ma'am. Number 11, discussion of the applying for the, library LSTA Tech Grant Resolution number 2025-08.
Yes, sir. We are transitioning from our old, check-in, check-out circulation system and purchasing something that's a little bit more patron-friendly and a little bit more tech-forward. And so we would like permission to apply for a state grant. And the matching funds for that won't come from our budget, they will come from the library foundation.
Who knows?
I have another, but do you want me to wait until the other, that way I follow the.
Go ahead, you already got the floor.
Next week, I'd like to honor the 4 kids that spent their summer cleaning up the Spring City area around the lakes and things. We have medals for them, and I would like for the commissioners to be involved in like presenting those medals and introducing those kids.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 12, discussion of request from Fire Chief Kevin Hacker to add Jimmy Smith as a new volunteer firefighter. Put him on the agenda.
And then I have 3 others. Sorry. I know this has been a long agenda, it's been a long week. So I had a visitor today, his name is Clay with Tennessee Riverline, I'm sorry, but I cannot remember what his last name was, but he came and visited with me, he brought those books. That is our stage 2, perfect project. If you look in there, it's very interesting, some of the information that's in there. He also, made me aware that there's a grant called the Arise Grant. It's an ARC grant. It's up to $500,000 for kayak launches. The wonderful thing about that is there is a entity called the Trust for Public Land, and they will pay our match. So, he wants to come to the next tourism meeting, which is August the 26th, and he wants to present this, talk to the tourism group, and he wants to present The other thing is, we've been awarded a broadband grant, it's called Tech Knows Home. And Cindy and I had a meeting this week with, Paul McKee, the Southeast Tennessee Development, and another lady that I cannot remember her name, but, what this is a grant to purchase 140 Chromebooks to give to people. It's from kindergarten to senior. Cindy and I both discussed with them that we felt kind of leery about purchasing all 140 Chromebooks, because we have to have this done in a year's time, right? So they said they would be okay if we wanted to do 10 at a time. The thought process is that we will get with the schools. I think they've already had this program at the senior center, so I don't know how welcoming it will be over there. But, what else did we decide to talk about?
Oh,
Do your summer reading
We
program.
would make those computer class. You have to attend 15 hours of computer instruction to get the free Chromebook. And so we thought about actually making that part of our summer reading program, those classes.
And we also, thought that instead of having like 5 consecutive nights of training, we would break it up to 2 in 1 week, 2 the next week, and 1 the next week, and that way people are not being so consumed in 1 week's time. So, we
Did you
would
say
like-
you had to purchase them?
No, they are free. Once you go through
Just
this
got-
15-hour program, they are free.
I know Hamilton County Schools gives a Chromebook to every student. Does Ray County do that?
Yes. Yes.
They do.
But it's to use during the school year. So once school's over, they don't get to keep it. It goes back to the school.
These would be personal.
Yeah, so you kind of lease those during the school year, but this would be theirs free and clear to,
Now, they do, I don't know about Ray County, because they haven't, it's been since I was in the district. But, I know Hamilton County, they take them home, and I don't know about the summer. But-
yeah, they don't go home during the summer. The student pays, ahead to get it. I think it's a $55 or $75 kind of lease fee. And once that computer comes back, and if it's in good condition, they get that $75 or $50 back.
Now, I know I didn't have to pay any type of deposit for Ray County, but I do know that, they offer you the opportunity for insurance in case because if you don't, then you're responsible. But I mean, I didn't pay any deposits, but that was in 6th grade through 8th grade. And then high school, of course, they gave them out last year. I'm not sure if it's all grades, but yes, Ray County does have.
The elementary school does not, they cannot take their Chromebooks home.
But they have them in school.
They have them at school, but not at home yet. They have to leave them there.
Is that the way it is here?
In Spring City, yes, ma'am.
But I know in Hamilton County, they do bring their Chromebooks home, but, I don't know at what grade they start with the Chromebooks.
6th grade. 6th grade, I think is
Oh,
grade.
the Blue Cross, sorry. The Blue Cross Blue Shield grant starts tomorrow. Been able to apply for it. I'm sure you got an email on it, but we all did, or I did, and he
Yeah.
did. I figured.
Yep.
I know,
I sent a full list of grants out for that.
yeah, but it wasn't from you, it's from somebody else. I'm just letting you know because that's a big thing, Lake Park and all
I
that.
did see where it said that was a very, competitive.
Yes.
Competitive grant.
Yeah, we
We
still.
do plan to compete for that.
Huh?
We do plan to compete for that. And maybe we
We
can,
do.
somebody's gonna get it.
That's
so.
We need to compete for it, and I keep tossing every time I get to talk to Blue Cross Blue Shield, I keep hollering about more people home. And one lady told me she's gonna build one in my yard, I keep hollering about it. But anyway, you got anything? You got anything? Yeah, you got anything? I didn't bring it with me, I forgot it. Somebody took the liberty saying myself, Roger, and the town of Spring City had a little brown envelope, security envelope. used Napa's of Spring City's address. And they sent me this little thing that I forgot to bring it about dogs. Now, if you got something to say about somebody's dog, and you wanted my attention, right here is what you say it to. Now, if they want me to put a sign on that door that stipulates what kind of dogs will come in already. Okay, but somebody used Napa's address. That, they were sneaky about it. They typed it out, printed it in big bold letters, addressed it. Roger, you got one, didn't you?
So it was complaining about,
Somebody's got an undermined way of complaining. That's why I said, if you got a complaint, here I am. Don't be sending me nothing in the mail, and don't use nobody else's address.
I'm still lost on what was sent.
It's a sticker that goes on the door, it says, only,
Service
service
dogs.
dogs allowed
Yeah.
only in building.
This is
a service dog.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. They sent it in a brown envelope, one to City Hall, one to the mayor, and one to the chief of police. And they put Napa's addresses, the people who sent it. I called Napa asking what was why was they sending us that, they did not. Nobody from Napa sent it.
Oh, my Lord.
But somebody took the liberty to go to that much trouble,
Yeah.
and I'm
Cowards.
stupid. I said it right here. If you got something to say to me about that, don't send me no stinking mail. Come and talk to me.
Well, just in case you don't know, this is a certified service.
But I know you got that. But like I said, I kinda in a way know where they're going with it, but that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is this, you got something to say about it, talk to me, okay? Don't be using nobody's address and trying to be discreet. We really want to get down and dirty. I probably took it, had it fingerprinted to find out whether they used gloves or not to put it together. But they was, real discreet and sneaky about it.
Well, that me, I'm not sneaky, I just come out there.
They put stickers, one for me, one for Roger, one for City Hall, but they went to trouble of getting, done it on computer, just printed it out in nice bold letters and then taped it to the hip. I carry mine around with me, it's still in my work truck, I throw it on the dash, I look at it every morning and I want to say some choice words, but I don't. I just put it up, I said, you big cow, one of these days, you're gonna have to eyeball me. Well, I won't be able to done it and eyeball me, because if they got something like that to say, they need to grow up and say it to us and not go to so much trouble to use somebody else's address to be sneaky enough to send something. That's all I've got, folks. I hope that we done everything justifiable as far as going through our city business. We still got some hoops to go through. Hi, Greg.
He's not good, I texted him today, he said he's still good. And it is, they will come back to work next office, he's come back to work on Monday.
What's been wrong with the
He had gallbladder surgery, and we was hurting as far as a licensed sewer plant operator. Our new guy hadn't got all his stuff done yet, that I'm aware of, so, that's another one of them hurting cards that, we gotta be facetious about.
Mayor, I have a couple of things that we have a park board edition, if we could add to next week. A park board member edition, and we need to look at Shake the Lake for next year and go ahead and determine what we're gonna do about bids and about potential dates, because we do have it does fall on July 4th next year. That would be, that would be a great thing to be able to have it on the 4th of July. I just don't know that financially we can swing it, because it is quite a bit more expensive. But we need to solicit bids sooner rather than later. Denny, Denny, Longstreet, Longstreet.
That has been brought up by some people, has contacted me and asked about Shaker Lake and all that.
You know,
So-
Rome County takes up, they stand at the red lights in Kingston, I guess Harriman, Rockwood, but Kingston, I know, they take up money for their, yeah.
Yeah,
for their-
They have got a real estate agent that likes to sink some money out there.
Yeah,
That's how they get by with it.
And years ago, Spring City passed the law that we couldn't have roadblocks at the red light, because we used to do it for DCU.
I'm not for that.
so
I
So
mean,
we-
it was any of all.
we've got a couple of dates. I mean, if we go what we typically go with, Brenda, you and I talked, it would be the 6/27 date. But then our rain date would fall on July 4th, which is not doable. And we have to print a rain date on our applications, so we are not liable to have to refund money if we up and say, hey, we can't do it at all. But then our next rain date would be 7/11, which is too far out, I mean, personally, but, yeah, the sooner we can start soliciting bids, because the more I think about the cleanup that had to be done out there, and it was in Pyro's contract, the more I get ticked,
Okay, well, we need to
so,
get with me and you and your park board members, we need to come here and have us meet. So we
absolutely.
can discuss this stuff, get out. And one thing I'm gonna say, they were the key word that you used. People, I don't know how well you spoke about your history and your constitution and all that good stuff. But 3 key words it says is, we the people. People have to quit being so darn bullheaded, naive, stubborn, jealous. It's all about me, it's not about the rest of them. Folks, we all in this tugboat together. And it's gonna take each and every one of us. And we got to go forward, we're gonna have to work together, we're gonna have to come down with some agreements on this stuff. I said it before, I said it at mayoral meetings, a lot of them gets up and says, my town is the greatest town in Tennessee. My thing is this, I want to be one of the best towns in Tennessee. Well, all can't be the best, okay? When you go down and play in the Super Bowl, there's one winner and one loser. Second best is always all right. Of course, you didn't get the big trophy, but I look at it like this, we can be one of the best little towns around. But it's gonna take all of us. Got a lot of work to do, a lot of mending fences and getting some, crossing some bridges.
I have a question, is that barbecue sauce on your thing?
No, that's lemon juice, that's my bitter wheel,
What is
barbecue sauce. You thought we were gonna have a
Is
barbecue?
it barbecue sauce?
No, it's lemon,
It's pure leaf tea.
Oh,
lemon.
darn it, I thought this was gonna grill.
Thought we were gonna have barbecue, boy, she's hungry. We can better leave.
Yeah,
Lee?
be all right too.
Since tourism people are here, 250 year and celebration. That's getting out
You
there.
brought that, oh, man, bad when you get old. Next month, and it concerns everybody in here, not me. I'm sorry, you wanted to ask me something before I finish this?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Two things I'd like to see you all take under consideration in the future. One is the flooding problem in Spring City, especially now on Cemetery Road. And our creek bed is, if you look up the thing, there's no creek bed there. It's a stream
What are rocks?
and trees. And the other thing is to get those mics working.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you somebody that probably could come in here in 10 minutes, do it, but we hear some of what you're saying, we don't hear what you're saying,
Okay.
and the speaker needs one.
Derailment training.
250 years. 250 years of Fourth of July.
Oh, no, I know where I'm at. August the 22nd. They had a train wreck out here.
No, August 20,
No, it's
or July
28th.
28. 9 years ago.
9 years ago, I saw that.
No, I'm talking about now.
Oh, you're
I'm
talking
school bus.
Okay.
Oh.
School bus.
1955, I was 20-something days old.
Folks, I think it's 70 years please, right, Cindy?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll be
I
safe
think the
Friday.
city needs to do something that day. There was a thing that was done a couple of days ago that brought up the train wreck, also was brought to my attention. But I think as a city, we need to do something in honor and memorial for those, since it's 70 years. Well, I'm just one year away from being 70. No, I ain't getting this now.
So what was the date again, Leon?
August the 22nd.
August the 22nd.
I would like to try to pencil something, put something together.
Okay.
And it meant running around here to all the churches at the time of that wreck to chime their church bell.
Gotcha.
For every person that lost their life.
Gotcha.
I'm willing to get a wreath and put out there and hang it on that monument. It's got a wreath. But I'd like to try to get together for that day and have a moment of silence.
Okay.
And if we could get in contact with all the churches, got church bells, and chime that bell one time for every one of them. And I'm trying to, I don't know if I can contact someone. I was wanting to see if I couldn't contact Norfolk Southern and see if it won't stop a train and just lay down on the horn. For 1 minute. More recognition of 70 years of the students in Spring City that lost lives right there. The town has never done that.
We need to.
They need to.
We make it happen.
We still have people like John Mincy that was on that bus. That would be good to have some of them.
John Mincy was in the other thing, and he actually had the overhaul that he was wearing that day.
Yeah.
He had demonstration.
Yeah.
There's a good display in the museum down there, though, on the train thing too.
But, that's something that was brought to my attention, and I think it's something the town needs to
Well,
do.
let's do it.
And how can we find out what they did with the plaques that used to be down at the elementary school? I thought it was on
It's
the,
in the museum.
it's in the museum.
All the plaques are in the museum, hung right there together.
Well, I think we need to get it out and make a, out there
I thought
with
there
the.
was a monument.
You already got a monument out there.
There's a monument for the depot, veterans.
I thought that was for the, going to Nashville.
They got the kids' name on one side and the ladies that went to Nashville.
My mother-in-law spearheaded that.
So, that's something for us to think about, to try to get done for next month. It'd be great recognition and,
And did you have nothing to do up there? The only time they want to come and talk is when and they find somebody without any teeth that talks about as good as I do. Yeah. I'm saying it.
You've been watching too many, there's a comedian that comes on, and that's the only thing he ever says. He says, you know, today I get tired when the news people, there's gonna be a hurricane, so they run to Florida, and they look back and they find the poorest looking trailer court thing, and they find this dude that weighs 400 pounds, a pair of overalls, and his old lady's running around in flip flops and a skirt, and she ain't got but 3 teeth, and they say, well, what happened? Well, yeah, no, that thing come through the woods over there, and she run off the limb. Why can't they find some decent person that's just somebody that's driving by and stop and get, but no, they go to the trailer court and dig out the worst thing they can find to represent your town by, where's the city at? Where's the mayor? He needs to be the one talking. I thought, buddy, you hit the nail on the head, and I like, and he's on about 3 days a week. I don't like new shows.
I don't like new shows either.
I don't like stress. But anybody else got anything? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you've heard me for the past 2 years on this. Do you have a time frame on that building?
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
torn down?
Starting October 1st, see a whole lot of something going on.
Good. Is it coming down and something else going up?
Something else going up.
A barn for your cars and everything, maybe?
No, I'm gonna rent it. I'm serious, I'm
You're
renting it.
gonna rent it? So it'll be a nice building there instead of that shack.
Well, you may not like the pictures you want to put on it, but I've got a guy that wants to rent it, to store his race cars. I told him, I said, the worst thing you do, my Mustang is sitting 10 miles south of here. I wouldn't put
Stephon and
another
Gerald will
automobile
work
in
on
that
it.
building and watch it. I didn't watch it put
Have
away.
that tractor.
I wouldn't know where around when it comes up.
Get that tractor running.
I told
It's
him,
brand new.
Good.
We'll pull it down.
yes, sir.
I just was told to come here because I was complaining about my water bill. So, I don't know why I was told to come here for, but I mean, I pay a ridiculous water bill right up here in the double. I moved in 6.5 years ago. And you go from paying $20 or $30 a month to $150 a month, you know, when you move over here. To me, it's not wanting people to come to your town, to me.
Well, sir, our water rates is not our dictation. You want me to be honest. We have to go by what the state recommends. We don't go by what they recommend. We did do the Higgins, to be honest with you. We're at the minimum charge on it. And, have you had them check the meter or anything, see if you got any problem?
Well, they said something about they would check it, but they hadn't, that I know of.
Okay.
I think I need a basketball preventer or something on it so it don't make the thing keep running forward.
What's your address, sir?
256 Pierce Street, right here.
The other thing on the water, your quote water bill, cause that's what I call it, a water bill. But it also includes brush pickup and trash
We did
pickup.
check the meter, we did a data test, there is no leak, that is the amount of water that he uses a month.
So I use 100 gallons a day. I mean, that's what it multiplies out to.
Could you have a leak in your yard? I say
Well,
that.
there was a
because-
leak out on the road there the other day, but it not even supposed to be my pipe. They come out and fixed it. I called them because they had a leak. But mine's down at the other street where Mr. Gilbert used to live there.
One time I had a leak that I got a huge water bill and I had a leak. I didn't know it until I saw like a puddle of water beside my driveway. That leak was under my driveway and they had to come out. I mean, that was my responsibility. I had to call the plumber.
They come out and fixed it, but it was on you guys' line. I mean, you know, it wasn't my line. Mine's down there where Mr. Gilbert lived, right beside his driveway. So, I mean, you know, I've had a high water bill ever since I've been over here. It's just me and my son. He's gone most of the time. He's a musician, plays rock and roll music. And I'm the only one there, and most of the time the water ain't running at all. I don't know how I use 100 gallons of water a day.
Got sewer,
Yeah.
that, you get charged for that, the water's a touchy subject. It's not, we got like 1,000 water meters in Old Town. We don't have a lot of industry or anything, I don't know where you live, but I know here, I mean, I've lived here my whole life, it's always been kind of jinky with for lack of a better term, with the water.
We had,
I think she told me the place over there, I'm not sure, are you in real estate?
I used to be.
But I remembered your face, but, I didn't mean to cause problems with it, but I would've moved into county had I known that, because I was used to paying $20, $30 at the most for a water bill till I moved over here.
You probably didn't have sewer where you were living at. If you lived out in the county, you didn't have sewer then.
Cause
You
that's
probably
water.
you didn't have garbage pickup, you didn't have water.
I had to pay different for the garbage pickup, it was an extra charge.
It's on there too, though.
Yeah, that's
Know
water,
that.
sewer.
You got water, sewer. I'm not saying that's a good excuse, I'm just telling you that all that stuff adds up pretty quick.
Well, I can understand, I just feel like
It is high.
Yeah.
I
I agree with you, it's high.
It's water and sewer and brush pickup and trash pickup. And I'll tell you, I live by myself, and I think my water bill was $97 or $90-something just one person.
Yeah, that's pretty high too, which I'm there by myself most of the time, like I said, my son's traveling. So he stays with friends, whoever he's traveling, playing music with, you know, most of the time, but I hardly even run any water. I drink bottled water. I don't drink the water out of your hydrant.
I wouldn't either.
I do.
I know.
And I'm still alive.
I didn't mean to cause any problems.
No problem, sir. You good with it? We've heard that. My thing is, man, and I tell people that we have such a limited amount of customers that we sell water to. And with that being said, you take that many customers, no more than we have, and you try to divide it up, what it costs us for water treatment, sewer treatment, the whole process, it's a little pricey.
Yeah.
And if we ain't got enough customers to help offset the cost, it's like, I talked with a gentleman the other day, and he was complaining about his wife. So, well, I tell you what if you added about 30 extra customers into there and see what that would offset the whole cost?
Yeah.
Because they was sharing.
Yeah.
But when you ain't got that extra every now and then, it hurts. I mean, people holler about Dayton City.
Yeah.
Dayton City pumps water plumb out past the airport.
Yeah.
They got all the business.
Yeah, they got all the business, and all. That's why they water rates are
So
so
they
cheap.
charge as much for water and sewer as you guys do?
No,
No.
Well, sir, whatever your water is, your sewer's the same.
half of it.
You know, well, yeah, your
The
sewer's a
number
little
of
more.
gallons are the same for
Yeah.
water and
Yeah, the
sewer.
sewer's a little more.
Well, I use 3,000 gallons, that's what I was, saying, I use 100 gallons a day. I know I don't use 100 gallons a day.
That was just your water,
Yeah, that's my,
and your sewer.
but water and sewer, but according to what the bill here says, I use 100 gallons, 3,000 gallons, you wanna look at it?
We just got them today.
Sorry to hold
Mine
you
just
guys
came.
up, it's just, I'm a disabled guy. I have to live on social security, and when you have a bill like that, that's this month's bill now. Last month I had to pay $50 extra because I was late paying. I paid it the same day it was due, but I didn't get over there by 9 o'clock to pay it. So, that's another complaint. I had to pay $200 last month because of.
All right.
Anyway, I just thought I'd let y'all know that.
Have you checked and turned off all of your water and then checked to see if the meter is running?
Ma'am, I know everything's supposed to be turned off. The meter is probably on the other side of whatever restaurant that is right there from my house. It's way down.
When
And
they run a data test,
as you can see, I can't get around too great. So-
if he has zeros in, it's every hour for 30 days. If there is zeros in that thing, there is no water leak. Now, that doesn't mean a toilet didn't get stuck for 3 hours, but if it's 3 hours and then it's all zeros, there's no water leak. So that's what we do, is we run a data test to see if there is a water leak, and he.
I don't have a water leak, but
No, sir.
Trust me, if there is numbers there and we ain't got zeros, I'm coming to tell you. We're knocking on the door. We're trying to get a hold of you. We're gonna let you know if there's a leak. We're not, we try to help as much as we can.
well, I just feel like it's kinda high for water people. Even though it's water and sewer and all the other stuff I didn't realize, but, when I lived in Cleveland, my bill never run nothing like that. It just, I don't know, my son, he's ready to move, and it made me about ready to move, because, I think I can do better, especially on you deal
Yeah,
with it.
you good on your water, there's no two ways about that, because anywhere you live, but my bill's $80 for two people, and we don't even, but we don't have sewer.
Okay.
I live far enough away they wouldn't run sewer.
So yours would be like 160 or more if you had sewer.
Mine would be what yours, but a little more.
Oh, you had sewer?
Yeah, if I had sewer.
Okay.
I'm glad they never done that.
Yeah, I wish I should have asked questions before I bought that lot, but I didn't know to ask those questions. I could have,
You think it's gonna be cheap because it's a small town, everybody thinks that,
yeah.
but then you get to looking at how many water meters you have and how many people's paying. It don't sound right, but it's, I wonder if we metered everything, whatever, or metered the sewer going back in, what your bill would actually be. I just wonder if you use less or stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't water my yard or anything, I mean, as much as my bill is, I try not to waste any water at all. Like I said, it's just one of the things I have to live with as long as I'm here, but I appreciate y'all listening.
All right, sir.
And I hope y'all have a good day.
You too, sir. Come back.
All right.
Right.